Hi guys, my name is Angel and today I'm packing my diaper bag for baby number 4. Done this a couple of times before, so I'm trying to show you what I'm bringing in hopes that it will help you pack your own diaper bag or help someone that you love to know what they're going to need in labor. In labor number 3, I definitely packed way too much stuff. I didn't use all of it, so I'm kind of trying to just edit it down to what I really want and what I'll really use. So first we're going to start with, in labor you get really hot, so you can find something like this. This is a stroller fan that I just bought on Amazon, and it's got flexible little feet, and you can just wrap it around the bed railing or anything. I'm actually a little bit hot right now. Something that's chargeable, or you know, anything like this. I've got another fan that's got a clip on it that I could clip somewhere, just to try and keep the heat at bay. You know, cool washcloths can also help with that. Your labor partner can go and get you a washcloth while you're in labor, put it over your head or wherever that you want it. On the same token, when you get hot, you're going to want to put your hair up. Like, I've got this headband right here that can help keep the hair out of my face. I hate having hair on my face and neck when I'm hot or when I'm stressed. And I will be both here soon. So make sure that you bring hair ties of some sort, bobby pins, anything that you need to keep your hair up off of you. I promise it'll help a lot. Our next thing that we're going to look at is, I bought these in early pregnancy because in my first trimester I have a lot of nausea. These are called Preggy Pop Drops, and they are amazing. The best thing that I've found for nausea, and they taste really good. It's little candies and they're a little bit sour and they work wonders. So if you're in labor and you do have nausea, these are amazing. You can also use peppermint essential oil and smell it, and that can help with the nausea. As far as scents go in your room, I had, with my second labor, I had brought a wax melter, and all the nurses kept coming in and telling me how wonderful it smelled in my room. Who's baking lemon cookies, you know? And it did. It smelled really great because that aromatherapy can help bring your brain to a different place. It really can help relax you and give you better vibes for the whole room if you smell something wonderful. But the nurse told me, which I didn't realize, that that can affect the baby's breathing. So we decided to turn it off, of course, and didn't use it for the third birth and won't be using it for the fourth birth. A safer alternative is a diffuser, essential oil diffuser. Make sure that it's an essential oil that is safe for pregnancy. Do your research on that. I'm also bringing coconut oil that I have put into a special container that someone can just reach in and grab. You don't want to bring a container that you're going to use, you know, to eat your coconut oil with or whatever. So you're going to put it in a separate container and bring it with you. You can mix essential oils into this coconut oil or whatever carrier oil you have. You can do the roll-ons. Again, do your research and find out what is safe in pregnancy and what is not. I've heard stories of how, you know, topical essential oils can lead to stillbirth, and of course we don't want that. So if you're worried at all, if you don't want to do the research, just regular coconut oil is perfectly safe and fine. This is great for your partner to rub your feet, rub your back, rub your belly to keep your belly moist, especially as it's stretching at the end of pregnancy. So you want to make sure that you have something to this effect. Also, we're going to do some Vaseline. So this can take the place of coconut oil if you need some extra, you know, extra little something on that belly to keep it from drying out or, you know, feeling like it's stretching too tight. But this actually has multiple uses. I bought this tiny little thing of Vaseline. This can be used for chapstick. You definitely want to bring chapstick. Your lips are going to get dry while you're in labor. It's just more than likely going to happen. So this can double as chapstick. It can double as the coconut oil for your body. And then another really great tip for this is when the baby poops, for the first couple poops, it's called meconium. It's very thick, very tar-like. So what you want to do is put a little bit of this on the baby's butt, and then whenever they poop, it's so much easier to wipe off. It's not as sticky, you don't have to rub as hard. And if you don't put it on beforehand, then, you know, when you're wiping it or whatever, put a little bit on as you're wiping the meconium off, and this will really help to get rid of that. Let's see, what do we got next? Snacks. Absolutely snacks. I got me some banana bread because I love it and it's delicious. I've got some Cheez-Its if I want something salty with a little bit of crunch. I've got some tea couple of different types of tea, and I will have a few snack options because sometimes they won't let you eat in labor, sometimes you can, especially in early labor. You want to get some food in. In my first birth, I was starving by the time I actually gave birth, and that was part of the reason why when he offered a C-section, when I wasn't dilating enough, instead of waiting, I was like, get it out of me, because I was so hungry. I was starving. I'd never been that hungry in my life. So snacks in early pregnancy, and then you also, early labor, and then you also want something for after the baby's born, so that if you're starving, you can eat like right then. Let me see. Prenatals. Prenatals are important throughout your pregnancy. You also want to keep them up after your pregnancy. So I've got the Ritual, which I really love because it doesn't make me nauseous. It's got a lemony scent and a tiny little bit of lemon flavor as it's going down. So these are really good. They're like double encapsulated so that the nutrients that need to get to your body actually have a chance to fight against your stomach acid to get in there. Heartburn in labor. You really don't want to use Tums. They can have some bad side effects, but I just bring a little thing of baking soda. I get really bad heartburn at the end of my pregnancy, so just a pinch of baking soda, and that can alleviate the heartburn, and it's not bad for you at all. Let me see. What else? You are going to want to video everything that's going on. Okay, we bought this GoPro right after we got married, took it on our honeymoon, and we've used it for every birth. And GoPros are amazing because they can get wet. You know, you can just set them somewhere. It's really small and convenient to just set somewhere. So for my last birth, we just had it over to the side and it captured everything. Now keep in mind, if you're bare butt like I was, you're gonna have some video of that, but you can edit it out later to show other people. You know what I mean? Like, you can tend to all that later. Something that happened in my second birth was that the GoPro was switched to photo mode. And I didn't realize it, which was a big old bummer because when we got home to look at the video of my son's birth, all we had was pictures. There's no video. We took a whole lot, a bunch of pictures. So that was a big bummer, and I'll let you know about it so that you don't make the same mistake. Let me see. I'm also bringing this in case I get hot. This is just water. This is just a pretty bottle that I found and fill it with water. I usually use it for my daughter's hair, but if I need to spritz myself during labor, or you can get a fan that's got the spritzer already on it and kind of double up on that. Deodorant, very important for you and your spouse. When you're packing your hospital bag, you need to pack a bag for your spouse too, or have them pack it. I'm gonna have my husband pack his change of clothes, extra undies, extra socks, and you know, make sure they've got some slip-on shoes or something that's easy for them. Make sure they have deodorant. And on that note, you or your spouse or whoever's there with you, you need to make sure that you bring gum or mints or something to that effect, because breathing in the face, breathe baby, breathe, and then your breath smells like onions, like you're gonna irritate the mess out of your partner. Like, you don't want that to happen. So toothbrush and toothpaste and something mint gum related. Let me see, we've also got my daughter made me a sign. This was actually for my third birth. You're a star. I'm gonna have my kids make some more signs for me to hang up in the birthing room to help me get through it, because I plan on going unmedicated. Again, my first two I had epidurals. My third one I didn't. I'm planning on not having an epidural for the fourth one. So you want to have coping mechanisms, things that can help you cope with the pain. Even if you're going to get an epidural, ladies, you're going to have some pain. Excuse my rooster. Sorry, he's trying to interrupt. So you're going to have to deal with some sort of pain. So you want to bring some measures to help you with that. You want to wait to get your epidural kind of until you're like 5 or 6 centimeters, until you're like actually in active labor. That way you can get a lot of it done with gravity. You want to stand up, you want to move around. The more you move, the more the baby moves down. Once you get that epidural, you're stuck to the bed. So that's part of the reason why I don't want the epidural, is because I want to be able to get up, move around. Oh, baby's moving right now. And let baby descend with gravity. While you're in the hospital, you are going to want, I recommend just wearing what they give you, the gown that they give you, because if it gets dirty or ruined or whatever, that's That's on them. They'll wash it, they'll tend to it. But for after the birth, you want to bring something that you can breastfeed. You know, like this is a breastfeeding nightie type of thing. So something that's really comfortable, very loose. You don't want any tight anything on your bits down here. And then your going home outfit needs to also be loose. Some sweatpants, or, you know, a dress like this, or something where you don't have anything tight on your bits, or right here in case you have to get a C-section. My first one, like I mentioned, was a C-section. So just make sure that that is in your bag and you've got options. You see, while you're in labor, you don't want to forget your phone charger, because you're going to want your phone. You're going to want that entertainment, or, you know, music or videos or anything that you got. Bring a phone charger, but also the outlet is far from the bed most of the time. You want an extension cord. This is a really big one, but I know that it's going to reach exactly from wherever I need it to my bed, so that I can have my phone. Hubby can have his phone. Extension cord is a big deal. Definitely going to want that. For ambiance, we've got the aromatherapy covered. I've got these little purple lights. Purple's my favorite color, so I've got these plug-in lights. I'm going to put them up somewhere in the hospital. Now, you can't tack anything up, but some hospitals will let you use like tape that won't like mess anything up or anything like that. So you need to figure out what your hospital will allow you to do as far as putting up decorations, signs, things like that on the wall. See what they will let you have for that. I bought this for my son not long before I gave birth to my third one, so I took it with me. And while I was in labor, I used this. It's a stargazer. It shoots stars up to the ceiling, and it's like got like Aurora Borealis feels to it. This guy is so cool. I love him. It was only like 30 bucks, but now my kids use it as a nightlight in their room. Their room is, you know, galaxy themed, and it's really, really cool. And this was very helpful when I was in labor before I went to the hospital. When I was taking a bath and trying to cope with the pain, I just turned the lights off and had this guy going in there, and I was in the stars. Like, at one point I phased out and I was no longer in my body. I was in my mind. I was like amongst the stars. So this guy really helped me to get out of the pain center that I was in and kind of get out of my head. You will be in pain. You don't have to suffer. Suffering's not necessary. It's all a mental game. It's mind over matter. You can do this. You can give birth without an epidural. I've got chills when I'm saying that. I know that that's absolutely true. You can give birth without an epidural. Lots and lots of people have done it before you. So, let's see. After the baby is born, well, also before the baby is born and after, you're going to want some sort of book or journal or entertainment of some sort. Labor can be a very long process. Bring something to entertain you. Like I was talking about before, make sure that you have a playlist. If you have time before the labor, I would consider building a playlist. You can do it on YouTube. Just find songs you like and add them to a playlist right there, and you'll be able to play them while you're in labor, and that can really also take you out of that headspace. So something that can help you just cope. A speaker would be nice. You can just play your phone, or if you need a speaker, the best thing to do is low lights with some sort of pretty lights, low music playing in the background. That'll help you to relax, and your body needs to relax to let that baby down and out. If you're clenching, then your baby's going to have a harder time coming out. So anything that can help relax you. I think that's it for before baby is born. Let me see. Yep, I think that's it for before baby is born. After baby is born, nail clippers. The little baby ones, the safer ones, are great. I have a pair, I can't find them right now, with the light. And that light really helps you see what you're doing, so you do not clip your baby's nails. Baby's nails might come out very long. They don't have nail clippers at the hospital. Also, with you, when you're breastfeeding, and if they don't have a good latch and you need to stick your finger in their mouth and pop them off, you're going to want really short nails. You don't want to hurt your baby first day of life because your nails are too long. Okay, so manicured nails before you go in is a good idea. If you don't, make sure you have some clippers with you for you and baby. That was a big concern with my third birth, is because my fingernails are too long. They wouldn't give me clippers, so I had a hard time with popping her off. You want some nipple pads. Those are a good idea to have. Also, like the lanolin cream, that's a really good idea, so that you can moisturize your nipples as you are breastfeeding. I had a very hard time with my first one. I almost gave up because they got cracked and they bled, and I didn't use the cream, and I didn't understand how to latch properly. So make sure that you watch plenty of videos that teach you how to latch your baby. It's very, very important. I promise you, you don't want to deal with the pain that comes with an improper latch. Let me see. When you are done with the labor, you might have hemis. You might need some hemorrhoid pads. They probably have them at the hospital. If you have some at home anyways, or you want to buy some just to have them, it's a good idea to go ahead and have that for that. This is called Dermaplast. It is a pain relieving spray. You can use this on your bits after you give birth. So double check into that. I've used it on my bits, but you know, don't take a random person's word for it. Like, research that. But I use that on my bits after pregnancy, and it really helped a lot. Baby going home. They will give you little hats if you want your own little hats, if you want your own little outfits. You know, you can just take baby home in the outfit that they give your baby, but if you want to bring your baby home in a cute little outfit or take pictures while they're in the hospital, make sure that you pack that. This is the outfit we brought home my son in, my second birth, and then we also just put the same one on my daughter because we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, so we just brought a gender neutral outfit. And my daughter was so tiny, she was smaller than my son, that this swallowed her, even though it's a newborn size. So I probably should have gotten her something preemie. She wasn't a preemie, but she probably could have fit in preemie. But something with a zipper is really convenient. You don't want to have to deal with all those tiny little buttons every time that you go to change your baby. It's just a pain in the butt. They have magnetic closures, which are even easier, but those are expensive. They're like 40 bucks a onesie. So the zipper is fine. You want to make sure on the going home outfit it's got legs, or that, you know, this is not obstructed. You don't want one of those gowns that goes down, because when you buckle baby in, of course, you need to be able to buckle between their legs. So this is a really great option. If you can find one that's got the zipper on the bottom that goes up, so that you can keep the top zipped and closed so baby doesn't get cold, that's a great idea. I really like the zippers that go both ways. Be careful that you don't zip your baby's skin, though. That has happened to me before, and you will feel terrible. So just make sure while you're zipping baby up that you pull the zipper away from their skin to zip it up and down. That goes for babies up to, you know, 2 years old or whatever. My daughter zipped her own the other day. She's almost 2, and she zipped her skin in it because she said, I zip it, and I let her do it, and she zipped her own skin. So just keep that in mind. Let me see. Also, the onesies that have the fold over mittens, like right here on the sleeves, some of them have a little piece of cloth that's right here, and it just folds right over baby's hands so that they don't scratch themselves or anything else. Again, if you got the nail clippers, that's probably not going to be a big issue. I think that is it. Bring makeup if you want to look nice. Bring makeup removers so that if you put on makeup and you're in labor and then you look crazy afterwards, you've got something to wipe it off with. Bring your own shampoo and conditioner if that's important to you. They will have that there, but if you have a specific type that makes you feel normal, you know, we'll bring some of that normalcy to you while you're in the hospital. I think that is everything that I had to tell you today. I got my little list over here, but I just wanted to help anybody that is going through this to make it a little bit easier, because it's difficult. It's the hardest thing you'll ever go through, more than likely, but it's the most rewarding, the most beautiful, and you can have a great birth. You can have a great unmedicated birth. My third birth was amazing. It was unmedicated and I was in a lot of pain, but I wouldn't change it. It was exactly what I wanted it to be, and like I said, I had way too much stuff that I brought, which is also why this time we're packing me and hubby's clothes and things like that in a suitcase that's got this, so that it's easy to wheel in and out, or bring something that's like a backpack. Like I'm gonna bring also my diaper bag is what I'm gonna fill all these little tiny things in. When your spouse packs your bag with you and knows where you put everything, like all this stuff I have spread out, I'm going to put it in my diaper bag. I'm gonna have my husband right here, so I can be like, this is here, this is here. That way when I'm in labor, he can go and get whatever I need, and I don't have to be like, it's in this pocket. You know, I don't even have to spend that mental time thinking about it. He's gonna take care of it. So hopefully these tips helped you, and I hope that you enjoyed my video.